Hello, my Vibe Tribe. Welcome to the Daily Vibe. It is Monday. How is everyone? I went glasses free today for the first time in God knows how long. So how was everybody's weekend? Hope everyone's doing well. I am sorry I'm a little late. I am running so behind this morning. I just could not drag my butt out of bed. But, let's just get started. So I wanted to pull The Universe Has Your Back, but I also wanted to, again, for everybody that hung in there with me last week. That was an adventure, wasn't it? Good morning, Auntie Debbie. Good morning, sibling. I just wanted to thank everyone for hanging in there last week. And, there was actually more healing to be done on Friday. And, one of the reasons I share these things, guys, is because I don't want people to be afraid to share their own story. Good morning, baby sibling. Thank you. I don't want people to be afraid to share their story. And you don't have to share it with the world, but you have to share it with yourself. And I finally got rid of the last bit of crap I was hanging on to. I have been listening to one particular gospel song for about 4 days now, pretty much nonstop. And I think it was really trying to tell me something. And so, I listened and I learned, and then about late at night, I didn't know if older sibling was awake or not, but I decided to leave my room, go into hers, and talk to her. And as it happens, sometimes I just need to talk things out in order to hear it for myself and to understand it. And she didn't tell me what I wanted to hear. She told me what I needed to hear. And that afforded me the mercy, the forgiveness, and the grace that I have been looking for forever. We talked about the issue last week. I don't want to trigger anyone, so I'm not going to go back through it again today. But, I finally found that peace that I've been searching for so long. I found peace with my mom. I found peace within myself. And I felt this weight lift off me. Then I was tired for the rest of the weekend. But today kind of just emotionally drained and exhausted and just, thinking, wow, has it been that long? Has it been that long that I've not allowed myself to feel these things? And, I'm going to share something today that I'm not sure I've ever shared. People may put it together. People may already know. But I think one of the other reasons I share my story is because I really don't think there's a timeline on when you can heal and how to heal and, when to heal. I think I just said that. But I think we put a timeline on ourselves. I turned 48 this year, and has a weight off my shoulders. I think that's the last bit of shame I have, simply because I guess sometimes when you start getting older, especially when you're single, you start feeling like, well, no one's really gonna want me, or maybe I'm too old for somebody. But you know what? Whoever your person is, they're out there, okay? And whoever my person is, they're out there. He's out there. And, you're welcome to find me, because been waiting. But you know what? I know I needed to get through what I got through, especially what I got through last week, because I'm happy today. Yesterday, I woke up, came out of my room, went into sibling's room, woke her up, and she's like, well, you're in a good mood. I didn't even realize it. It was just how I woke up. I forgot my affirmation of I choose happy today. I just was happy. I was light. I felt light. I felt joyous, and I decided because of that this book, and I shared this on my social media, but this is my adventure book. I put in here and I put on my thing that I don't know how to take that first step forward. This is my new normal. And for a lot of people who have gone through grief, we know what the new normal is, The new normal is, kind of it doesn't even have, I mean, grief doesn't have to be just about death. Grief is about, loss of a job, loss of a relationship, loss of a friendship. It's a lot of different things. And your new normal is continuing on without that specific or particular energy in your life. And, when my mom died, it was like, oh, okay, this is what the new normal feels like. And it sucks. Because we were very dependent on my mom. My mom was an amazing person, and my dad misses her. I miss her. Her friends and family miss her, and but I didn't have everything resolved that I wanted to have resolved with her, and so I am glad that I was able to tap into her and to just get it done. But in my new normal, it's just me. It's, not just me it's just me. It's me. It's this person that was always meant to exist. And it's this person that has always counted on controlling things. It has always counted on having everything planned out because, everything needed to be perfect, whether it needed to be perfect or not. Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. That's just a fact. It doesn't matter how much planning you do, how much scheduling you do, how much, inch by inch of anything that you do. However it's going to turn out, it is going to turn out. Okay? Even when builders are building buildings, say that several times fast. Sometimes adjustments have to be made, right? So it's not per plan, or it's not to plan. And sometimes it's what we have to do. It's like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Because they knew, nope, it's not going to happen in one day. Not unless we get a magician. Which is probably why they invaded Ireland, because they were looking for one. But, sorry. Hi, historical side note. But, I know. That's totally not why, but could be helpful, right? So anyways, yeah, I totally lost my thought, but I'm going to find it right now because it is important. And sometimes you just need to, it's like I mentioned last week, or maybe it was a week before. The greatest love of all doesn't come from anybody but yourself. And that grace, that mercy, and that forgiveness, I always thought I needed it from my mom. But for, the issue I talked about last week about, okay, I'll just say it again. No trigger alerts, guys. But when I had my abortion, when I was 22, and I was scared, I didn't know what to do. I was suffering from depression. I did not know I had depression yet. I wasn't diagnosed yet. And, it's not something I'm proud of. But it turns out I was looking for something from her that I needed to give myself. And that's what older sibling helped me do. So thank you, Laura. Laura talked it out with me for a few hours on Friday, and I realized that the reason it hurt so much was because I couldn't give it to myself. I couldn't give myself the grace, the mercy, the forgiveness. And when I did, it's like I cut the line on that kite and just let it fly. It took flight and it's doing its own thing now. And now I'm left with just that string and nothing to tie it to. And that's kind of how life should be. And I'm not talking about partnerships or relationships. You can tie yourself to somebody. But when you tie yourself to somebody, take them on your adventure with you. You're both having an adventure together now, and you're doing things together. If it's a friendship, if it's a sisterhood or a brotherhood or a parent-child relationship, just, you can tie your strings to different people and you can have these adventures together. But don't tie your hopes and dreams into one thing, because you will probably come up disappointed, because sometimes even if you reach it, it's not always what you think it's going to be, right? So just allow yourself to go with the flow, allow yourself to just, cast that line out into the ocean and let it drag the bottom and see what you catch. I do that all the time. And by the way, I've caught 2 sharks and a jellyfish. See? Right? So, and, as a sibling would say, I am also a pelican trainer, because apparently I'm amazing at that too. When we're coming back in, I'm throwing bait out of the boat. And you gotta feel bad for the little fish, They think, hey, I'm gonna be free, and poof, a bird eats them. That's life. That is the circle of life. All I can hear are those little seagulls in my head going, mine, 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 mine. But just do your thing. Do your thing. I can give you suggestions. I can, like I said, I can guide you to the light, but I cannot make you bask in it. Everyone has to do that themselves. I had to learn how to do that myself. And I guess the reason I shared my age was because I'm pretty sure everybody knows how old I am anyways, but the reason I shared my age is because I don't want people my age, older or younger, to think that they can't heal because they're too old or too young. I don't feel old, okay? I don't feel old by any stretch of the imagination. I get that from my dad. And and my mom. My mom and dad, I mean, come on. My mom and dad were given the title of party auntie and uncle, okay? I felt like the parent sometimes because I felt like the old lady because I didn't know how to have fun. I didn't know how to just let loose and just live, just live that life. And, everyone's always saying, live my best life, live my best life. I just want to live the best version of me I can every day, because that version is going to change from day to day. Shelly tomorrow is not going to be Shelly today. Shelly tomorrow could go into a funk. That's how my brain works. Or Shelly tomorrow might even be more whatever. I look like a robot. But I don't want people to hold themselves back. And I don't want you to think that even if somebody's gone or somebody is out of your life that maybe you needed closure with, that you can't get it. You can get it. You have to find the peace within yourself. Making peace with somebody just means that, okay, we're back on good standing. But how are you feeling? How are they feeling? Are they still holding on to it? Are you still holding on to it? If either one of you is still holding on to it, just because you're talking again doesn't mean you have peace. You have got to learn how to let these things go yourself. Okay? That's how life works. You have to love yourself first, foremost, and everything. Everything. Oh, good morning, Leanne. Happy birthday. I was about to text you after I was done with this, but it is Leanne Lucas's birthday. One of my baby cousins. I won't tell the world how old you are, but you're still a baby. And I didn't see what Marie said. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm wearing my contacts. I have been blind since 3rd grade, okay? So that's a lot of here with glasses. And because the world's been shut down, it's been hard to find a good optometrist because these are supposed to be my new contacts and she messed them up. So anyways, I can't really see there. It's not age, guys. My doctor told me it's not. They said it's just because I've been wearing glasses since I was in 3rd grade. But, and even if it was age, I don't fucking care. But anyways, yeah, so sorry, language. I only say that because Auntie Debbie's on. But yeah, good morning, and happy birthday, my dear Leanne. But yeah, I just find your happy. Fill from an empty cup. I'm so sorry. Do not fill from an empty cup. Fill from a full cup. Do not serve from an empty cup. I'm filling my cup now. I'm learning how to fill my cup. And that's what that book was about. I bought a little, so Sammy told me last week that she's all, when you're done healing, do something special for yourself. And I thought, well, maybe I'll get a mani-pedi, or maybe I'll get a massage. And I thought, no, you know what? Those are momentary things. Those are things. I have a cat. If I just lay down, they'll come on my back and just need me anyways. But, I love her. She totally outed herself. She is 35. That is right. I was 13 years old when that kid was born. And she has my heart too, because like me, she was late. So we're so close. But oh, bye baby sibling. I know, I saw your text. And have fun at the DMV. I'll answer you when I'm done. I do not envy that girl, but not right now anyways. But no, just serve from a full cup. And like I said, I am learning to serve from a full cup. I am learning how to fill my cup up with my own happiness, my own joy. I showed you my book last week where I write things down. And even this last weekend, my friend shared something on Facebook about this beautiful story that Neil Gaiman shared about his cousin. and how, she was in the Warsaw Ghetto, and, if you were caught with a book, that was a penalty of death to be caught with a book. But she would sneak a book in her time when she was supposed to be sleeping. She would spend several hours reading it. It was Gone with the Wind, by the way. And then in the hour that they were sewing and doing their things for those icky people that were making them do it, she would tell the other girls the story. And it kept them going. It kept them alive. It kept them, they were... writing and being lost in words is such a magical thing. Whether it's a scary book or a comedy or a romance or just a drama or even an autobiography. Sibling loves true stuff. She loves nonfiction a lot. I feel we all live nonfiction, so I like fiction. But, just to get lost in the magic of that. And so I commented on my friend's things and I said, I love this so much. And, I'm a fan of Neil Gaiman, so it's pretty cool to see stuff like that, when people share their history and their family's stories. And all she said was, share your words. And she knows I love to write, and I've always been afraid of that. But now I've been getting ideas. I've been thinking about, Marie's always told me to share my story, and I'm thinking about maybe doing that. I'm not really sure yet. I'm not the only person with my story. There are a lot of people with my story, and that's why I share my story. Because, not everybody needs to open themselves up to the world, but you do need to open yourself up to yourself. You need to open up to you, and you need to heal all the bits that need to be healed. So, I pulled a card. She missed it. That's a bummer. But, thank you, universe, for helping me see... I'm telling you, you guys saw me shuffle this. You saw me just pull one from the bottom of the deck. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. The last line I wrote when I took a picture and shared that my adventure book was, may I never throw my anchor again out of fear of the oncoming storm or something like that. It's on my phone, but it was just, may I never throw my anchor again in fear. And I've always thrown my anchor in fear because it's like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can handle this. But again, thank you, universe, or your higher power, whatever your higher power is, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Fear is an obstacle and nothing more. Fear is what might make you think twice about doing something, and maybe you should not be doing it. But in most cases, fear is an obstacle because maybe we're afraid to succeed. Maybe we're afraid to see what happens. The book I shared, it was totally adorable. And excuse my bra strap. And what I did was, it's from the movie Up. Okay, now the interesting thing about this book is the very first time I saw the movie Up, I was on a plane to London. And it just, I'm sitting there crying in the plane at them. I mean, you cannot get out of the first 10 minutes without tears. But it's about Carl and Ellie. And they both love this same explorer. And, they wanted to go to South America to find this secret bird that, Russell, the little boy, name's Kevin. And, this is what Carl does. He wants to put his house right at Paradise Falls because that was what his dream was with Ellie. Well, this is the replica of Ellie's book. And Ellie was the love of his life. They met as children. They grew up, got married. They almost had a family and it did not pan out. And, but they went through everything together. And when she died, he was broken. And then, this little kid comes up, just starts nagging him. But he found new purpose. And then, the book that Ellie made, it was her... Sorry. Oops. This page does not want to come up. Hold on one second. Okay. Stuff I'm going to do. And they filled their book. They didn't fill it to the end, But on the last page, not the last page of the book, but the last page that she was able to fill in, yep, adventure is out there. She put this in there, and it says, "Thanks for the adventure. Now go have a new one. Love, Ellie." And I added a picture of my mom and I when I was probably about 9. But, and her favorite saying to me was always, "Don't look back. You're not going that way." And my mom was an Ellen, so I kind of like to see them as the same. And, yeah, these two were soulmates, but she was my mom's soulmate, and my dad is my dad's soulmate. And I put that in there to remind me that that's all anybody ever wants for herself. That's what we should want for ourselves, is to go out there and have an adventure, because adventure is out there. My cousin Leanne grew up in San Diego, and she lives on the complete other side of the continent now. Or not, yeah, continent. My brain today. But yeah, she lives all the way in Florida, and she found a life there. She found a wife there. She found, a home there, and lots of dogs. That's a lot of dogs. And they're not little dogs. These dogs are freaking huge dogs, but I just want to hug every single one of them. But, of course, after I hug the girls, but she created a life for herself. And that's all we need to do for ourselves, is just believe in ourselves. That's all I'm asking you to do, is just believe in yourself. Believe that you are capable of anything that you want to do. If it's not meant to be your path, life will show you, and it'll give you a detour. And it'll say, you know what, you're really not supposed to go that way, so maybe let's go this way. But if you're following the flow, it's going to feel like a flow. It's just going to feel like, that river flow just went in a different direction. And it's going to feel okay. I was pushing up against a dam, doing what I used to do in the office, because that's not my purpose in life. That is not my flow. Even when the big boss, was there to give me my final words, she even told me, go after your dreams, because that's what's going to make you happy. And she wasn't wrong. It's taken me a long time to get there, but I feel like I finally found it. I love doing this vibe. I love, sharing with everybody and knowing that out there I'm helping a lot of different people, because that's all I want to do. I just want to help people. I want to help people heal so that they can feel the same things I do. They can feel that elated feeling, and it's not going to be every day. I do try to keep this realistic, and let's be honest, nobody is giddy every day. Even the giddiest people are not giddy every day. They might be like, I'm happy, but I'm not super happy. And for them, that's like, oh, but they just like, okay, well, you know what? Tomorrow's another day. And that's all we have to do. That's all we have to think about. Tomorrow is another day. Okay? So, go out there today. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Thank you for hanging in there again. And, tomorrow, I'm going to try to come up with something different, right? Because it's Tuesday Thoughts. And, oh, yeah, I wanted to pull a card from here. We've already had this one, but remember, the question is not what you look at, but what you see. Okay? So, there you go. There's your words of wisdom for today. So, Leanne's all so many dogs, but I love them. I love them too, and I don't even know them yet. I think I only have 5 written down. We only have 5, right? I had to write down all of her dogs' names in my contacts, but I still don't know what name goes with which dog. So, anyways, I could go on forever talking to my family. But I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember, live your life without restrictions. Okay? That should be my catchphrase. Live your life without restrictions. But until I come up with something new, or maybe I won't come up with something new, just have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Hope everybody has a great day. And remember, love without conditions.